I don't think you're giving up just yet. None of you, for whatever reason that is. I feel like right now, as we're tapping into your joint energies now, that you would still want to make things work. Despite the fact that things are clashing, despite the fact that things are not flowing naturally, that there are conflicts, you do want to have that fresh start. I am hearing that maybe with that previous spread that we did, maybe you had recently in the recent months some sort of a conversation that you know, I don't feel it went smooth and it went easy, but you landed on let's give it a try, let's work on it. Let's be a little bit more honest with each other as well. I'm hearing we have illusions. That's on top of that new beginning. Be careful of drama and falseness. Don't be deceived by appearances or people, extreme emotions, idealizing a situation and avoiding difficult truth. My obsessive thinking got the best of me. I allowed my emotions and others to control and dictate my actions towards our connection. I finally understand we need to trust my intuition. I was looking more towards that first part that I've read, because it's on top of that new beginning. There's some sort of an illusion here, something that you're not seeing. Oh, it's like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We're gonna tap into what your connection really is, and then we're gonna do some guidance. But I feel that you are, if this reading sort of landed with you from the beginning, and you now are sitting in this moment of, we have a chance, there's a new beginning, we're gonna give it a start, we're gonna give it another try. I am sensing that there's an element of idealizing the situation, avoiding a difficult truth, and looking at things through some sort of an illusion. I'm hearing that it may be, remember what I said about love and opinion of other people on love, and we had here opinions of others, remember, what as I read through this card. No, you should not pay attention to opinion of others and society on love. You should always listen to yourself, yes. But on the flip of that coin, I feel that you yourself, this collective as well, have a bit of a idealistic vision of love. And what it's coming to my mind is, yes, it is true. It is a divine truth that love conquers all. No age, no finances, no cultural difference, no religious difference, no where we live, physical distance, our life situation. Separation at the bottom of this deck. We're gonna pull some cards from it in a moment. It doesn't matter for love. True love is love of souls. So whether these souls chose to live in bodies that are of different colors or different families, different cultures, different ages, it has nothing to do with love. Love is love. That is true. And you may be saying this to yourself, but I think that what this collective is not seeing, you may be thinking that there are differences. This is what I'm hearing. You may be thinking that there are differences between you and this person because of these differences, right? So you may be thinking that you cannot seem to flow together and be on the same page because maybe they're younger, maybe you're from different cultures, maybe there are certain things in the physical world that seem like be a stopper between the two of you. And love is love, you know this, right? But what you're not seeing is that these things are not the issue here. It is not that this person is younger. It is that this person is immature. It is not that this person is of a different culture or financial situation. It is that they're wounded, right? So as much as it's true that age, finances, nationality, skin color, religion, where we live, the lifestyle that we live, it doesn't matter for true love. But it doesn't matter when we talk about two people who are mature, who are self-conscious, who are healed, and who are ready to be together. It's like you're shifting a bit of a blame that things are not flowing, not to the wrong thing. Do you understand? One more. Past lives. I love this card with the wings. Past lives. Maybe you do feel, and we have cycles. Remember that I was seeing cycles, so repeating cycles. I feel there has been conversation between the two of you that you're repeating cycles, that you need to sort of approach things differently. I feel you both feel the strong connection, strong bond, strong, we've known each other from before. We've known each other. How could it feel so comfortable, so good, so right if we haven't? I keep going back to that childhood, so maybe maybe you feel like you had and shared lifetimes, that you known each other from childhood. Maybe it's just the way of your mind to translate the fact that that you've, from childhood of your lifetimes, right? From childhood of your lifetimes. But there's a definite bond that you both would feel, despite all the differences. All right, let's tap into what this connection really is, to maybe bring you some clarity, and then we're going to do some guidance for you, what this connection really is, the truth of this connection. Pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the red flags. Remember, I always try to teach this to you guys. Labels, right? Labels can be very useful. We use labels to create an expression of our mind in the physical world in a shorter way. So instead of giving a whole definition and in-depth explanation, we say avoidant, we say twin soul, we say soulmate, we say trigger, right? These labels are so much deeper. They go so much beyond of the meaning of the word itself. We just give it to something to help to communicate faster. It's like, imagine every time, instead of saying soulmates, I give you a full in-depth definition. Every reading would be like 24 hours, right? So we have to use those terms and those labels, but we have to train our mind to always detach from these labels, because the fact that we know what something is, it doesn't mean that we know what is meant to do for us in our life, right? So regardless what this connection is, I feel it is here in your life to teach you to remove the illusion. Remember? What was the card? I want to find it. Hold on. To remove the illusion. Not to look at things through sort of a pink lens, pink glasses, because it's love, because it's wonderful. One has nothing to do with the other. Sometimes in life you can meet someone who you've never loved anyone like this person. This person is maybe the love of all your lifetimes, maybe someone who is destined for you. But sometimes the biggest lesson is that in order for things to work out for you in alignment, you need to love yourself as well. The fact that we love someone, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't be ignoring red flags. I feel you're projecting a little bit right now. So instead of really accepting what we just said, things are not working out because this person is wounded, because this person needs healing. Maybe I need healing as well. Maybe we're not on the same page because we're both still stuck in our past, in our childhoods, in our childhood traumas. Maybe things are not working out because we're lacking emotional maturity. We don't know how to not to wear a mask, how to be really truly vulnerable. But instead of accepting that, you're shifting the blame towards the fact that your different cultures, your different ages, your different finances, or whatever that difference is, right? And this is a beautiful thing that, in my belief, shadow work teaches us, because shadow work is not about shaming your shadows, carving out your shadows, throwing them to the bin. All the contrary, shadow work is about embracing your shadows, accepting your shadows, giving love to your shadows, understanding where they came from, understanding they came here to protect you. And when we understand that, we start to remove the illusion of polarity, of good and evil. We start to understand that things just are, people just are. We cannot label. Life is not black and white. We cannot label people. This one is evil, this one is good, this one is bad, right? No. So the fact that you love someone, the fact that you think that they're an amazing person, sorry, confirmation and blocking, it doesn't mean that you cannot say it out loud, not necessarily to them. It may not be none of your concern, that there are certain things that they're doing, that they're coming from a place of darkness, they're coming from a place of shadow, and it's not okay. Similarly with ourselves, as long as we don't accept that it's okay to have shadows, we're never going to be properly able to do shadow work. I feel you're refusing to see red flags because of the strength of your love, because of the I'm blocking seriously, because of the strength of your connection. It's like people have this mentality. If I respect someone, if I love someone, if I want to be with them, if I want to continue with this relationship, it's like I can't say anything wrong about them. This is anything right? No. It's just a fact. You may be love of all my lifetimes. I may love you. I may always love you. I may remember you from my past lifetimes. But when you're treating me poorly, I'm going to notice that you're treating me poorly. When you're laughing at my emotions, when I'm being vulnerable with you and talking about my feelings, and you're dismissing it and you're accusing me of being manipulative, that's not okay. No matter who you are to me, and no matter how much I love you, it's not okay. I feel this connection is meant to teach you that. Loving someone is not an excuse to accepting their poor behavior towards us. Flirt. Maybe it's also meant to teach you to be a little bit more lighthearted. Hold on. Okay, we have make an effort as well. We have you deserve love. That's a bit of a self-love kind of a thing. And we have attraction. You attract romantic love. We have attraction. So here's what I'm past life relationship confirmation. So here's what I'm hearing. Definitely this connection came to you. We're not going to label this connection. Don't count on it in this reading, because it's what I always highlight in my readings. It doesn't matter. What matters is it is here now. What is it trying to teach me, right? Because you can label something soulmate, twin soul, but if you're going to attach yourself to that label, you're going to direct your actions, and you might not bring your highest timeline into fruition. Because the fact that someone is your soulmate or your twin soul, it doesn't mean that you're going to be together. It depends on your actions, your choices. We have free will. I always highlight this to you guys. We have free will. We can screw things up, and sometimes when we attach too much to a label, we can seem to make it work. So whoever this person is to you, you need to learn self-love. You need to learn that love towards someone has nothing to do with allowing them to treat you poorly, with excusing their poor behavior, because you deserve love. You deserve love in the highest form, in the most respectful form, in the most beautiful form. With that flirt and that attraction, perhaps you feel what's coming to my mind. Perhaps this person reignited the fire that was dormant within you. Maybe it's been a long time, or if ever you felt the flirtation, the attraction, the romance, and how you feel with this person, it's something that was meant to prove to you that these feelings still exist within you. That's what I'm hearing. The most important one in the center of your spread is to make an effort. And what I was hearing with this card is to truly understand what does it mean to make an effort. Remember the first card that we pulled for both of you, the masculine energy, the Sorcerer, right? People think that making an effort is always about action. I'm going to make an effort, it means that I'm going to insist, right? But sometimes it's not just in a love situation, but the best thing that all of us can do for our loved ones, for people around us, for our children, for our future generations, for humanity, is to work on ourselves. Okay? Divine truth. Sometimes people want to make an external effort, right? And it goes in love, in toxic relationships. Sometimes we see obsessive activists, right? And you're constantly trying to force and push external action. And I'm going to repeat this to you guys one more time. The best thing that we can do for this world, our loved ones, our parents, our children, our future generations, our partners, our friends, is to work on ourselves. To become a better person. Softer person, gentler person, more loving person, more compassionate person who cares what kind of a ripple effect they create on others. That's the effort that we talk about. And sometimes when two people are wounded, unfortunately it's inevitable to go separate ways, and the biggest effort you can do for that person is to heal. Okay, let's do some tarot on top of that to sort of confirm what this relationship really is, to bring you a little bit clarity. But I want to avoid labels. I want to focus on what it will bring into your life if you embrace the lesson. Justice. Okay. We have death in the center of your spread. On top of that, make an effort. I feel that the biggest lesson and that the biggest change, it will definitely destined. It was destined. Forget about what it is. Forget about the labels. This connection was destined. It was meant to happen for your greatest death and rebirth, for your greatest transformation, for the removal of how you see certain things, right? It's the core of what I just said. I've captured it when I was talking about that you think you believe in love, but you're ignoring the wrong things, remember? So instead of, yes, believe in love, yes, but it's not the societal issues that are the problem here. You're not seeing the true red flags. You're not seeing the true visual, right? It's like, maybe you are, the sweetness of your soul is clouding it, I just heard. But remember, again, it's a common misconception. People think that people who are good, who are soft, who are sweet, who have big hearts, they always suffer because they love too much. It's nonsense. It's BS. It's not true. People who suffer because of love are people who don't have self-love, who don't have self-respect, who don't have self-worth, who don't have boundaries. Because when you truly love yourself, you can love in the most wonderful way on earth. You can be the softest, the most gentlest person, but you will never place your love and your energy in a situation that doesn't serve your greatest good. You will know how to avoid that pain. There are certain things that you're not seeing clearly. There are certain things that you're not, because you as well are looking through the glasses that they seem pink, but they're wounded. That's what I'm hearing, you guys. So you would be one of those people that you think that you look at things in a certain way because you're romantic, because you're gentle, because you love so hard, because you're such a giver, because you're always positive. But what you're not seeing, that those pink glasses are shadow glasses, are glasses of your wounding, lack of true self-worth, lack of self-esteem, lack of healthy boundaries, lack of deep belief that you deserve love in the most beautiful form. There is definitely a karmic contract between the two of you. Karma that needs to be cleared out, karmic lessons that need to be learned. I'm hearing as well how you deal with emotion, with heavy emotion, with sadness, with rejection, with things not going the way you want them to go. It's something that came into your life to set you on a specific journey, so you can regain the spark in life, but the spark for yourself. I deserve love. I deserve love. I might think that this person is the other half of my soul, love of all my lifetimes, will always be connected, but I also know what I deserve. And is this person, as long as this person is treating me poorly, is disrespecting me, is not doing their part of the work, it ain't gonna happen. The fact that we love somebody has nothing to do with the decision that we're gonna take, whether we want to be with them or not. It's irrelevant. It has everything to do with self-love. To open your eyes, to remove the illusion. Again, we talk about the illusion. You're bound by illusions. You're not even seeing yourself in a clear way. It's the pink glasses, but they're shadow glasses. Two more. And we have that destiny that we were seeing at the bottom of the deck. This connection came to your life, again, for the sake of your greatest transformation, so you could build a different foundation in your life. I feel, whether you want to accept it or not, sometimes it's difficult, but I feel you were building in the past, you were building your life on a false foundation, on a foundation made out of illusion. So if you look at it's always great as we do shadow work. Part of shadow work, it's at one point to analyze or all our previous relationships. I feel that if you were to analyze your previous relationships, you would land on a conclusion that you were making things fit. Is a Cinderella shoe, right? That you wanted certain things, love, and you were excusing certain things in the name of love. You were seeing things through pink glasses that you didn't realize that were shadow glasses. And this connection will open your eyes, will help you to remove the illusion, will help you to love yourself more, to value yourself more, to build a more solid foundation for yourself. Because when we don't love ourselves enough, it's not something that manifests only in romantical relationship. It manifests in all our relationships, friendships, familyships. It manifests in what we choose for ourselves in a daily life, how we treat our body, what we eat, who we spend time with, what we listen to, what are our hobbies, what job do we choose first, everything. Everything. I feel it may be the case that you're not completely realizing in this connection that you are wounded as well, just as this person is. It may be that the woundings of this person are more, I don't know what word to use, like sometimes it's more visible, it's more, I don't want to say spectacular, I don't know why it's coming to my mind, pronounced, right? But what is making them more pronounced, again, it's the conditioning. It's often the case when we have two people, one is avoidant and the other is anxious. It's similar wounding, same level of wounding and healthy attachment style. But world tends to put more stigma on the avoidant, right? So the ones that walk away, the ones that goes, the ones that chase, because we are bound by the conditioning of the fact that the masculine energy is superior, right? So chasing is masculine energy, right? So whoever chases, puts in effort, is the one that is going to be seen as a good one, and the one that avoids, escape, ghosts, leaves you on red, there's going to be stigma on it. How could you do this to me? And in the same time, both woundings are from the same level, because chasing something that you're not really understanding, chasing, if it comes from a place of wounding, if it comes from a place of fear, it's not a good quality. It's not that you just know what you want and you're coming after it if the thing is escaping from you, right? It's wounding as well, but we see it differently, again, because of the conditioning. And I feel this collective, you probably think that this person is more wounded than you are. But that's the first thing that you should drop. It's judgment. Who cares who's more wounded and who's less wounded? You're wounded as well. You're wounded as well. You're ignoring red flags. You're allowing someone to treat you with lack of respect and lack of consistency. You're not building something on a solid foundation, and that's the purpose of this connection, for you to build that solid foundation. And I'm hearing alignment as well. This connection was needed for your highest alignment. However it's going to end, I always highlight this. We never know, because we have free will. That's why we have to drop the labels. You can know in your heart, and it can be an ultimate truth, that a spiritual teacher like myself, who's meant to confirm soul connections, will confirm to you, yes, this person is your twin soul. So what? So what if you give up? If you don't do the work? If you don't surrender to the guidance of your soul? If you don't build self-love? If you don't give yourself the effort, the dedication, the consistency? We make choices every day. The fact that you are sharing a life with a twin soul, it doesn't mean that you're going to end up being together, because it's the choice of the both of you. How you show up for yourself, how you learn from this connection, how you remove negative, harming patterns, behaviors, limiting beliefs, how you liberate yourself from the prison of your ego. We make choices. We're never doomed to something. We have to choose it by choosing alignment, by choosing healing. Okay? All right, I want to pull a couple for you. For guidance. I feel we're going to start from these. I kind of want to use these as well because you're a very lovey person. Love is important to you. It is for everyone. It's just that people don't admit it. And then we may still do. Okay, let's see. Let's see what comes through for guidance, message from your guides. What is it that you need to focus on now to have forward movement in your life? Whoop. We have